ESL stands for English as a Second Language, and for 6 weeks of the summer, McKinney ISD holds a summer enrichment program for students who have been in the country for less than 2 years. The goal of the program is to deepen their understanding of American culture while embracing their native culture as well. Joining me now is one of the ESL teachers, Wendy Burt, and 2 of her ESL students, Zaenot, Salaou, and Celina, Garcia. So, you're obviously a member of the program, so I want to know a little bit about you before we start this. So, you're the teacher, Wendy Burt, so tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you teach?
I teach ESL. I'm the LPAC coordinator at Scott Johnson Middle School, and I'm going on 6 years being in McKinney ISD. And then I started working in the ESL program a few years ago.
Okay, so you're both from different countries. So what country did you immigrate from?
Mexico.
You came from Mexico? And so when did you come to America?
It was about 4 years ago.
Okay, so tell me about how Mexico and America are different. Like, what is the first thing you noticed that was really different?
The school and, well, mainly the school. We don't have the resources that the school has here, and we don't really take much into, we don't really look at it the way you guys do it here, so.
Okay, so Zaenot, tell me about your country you came from.
The country I came from is very nasty, you know.
So where are you from?
Burkina Faso.
Where's that?
It's in Africa.
It's in Africa?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. And so what is something about that place that is different from America?
The school is different, the houses, everything about it is different.
Everything is different. Is there anything you miss about your old country?
Nope.
So tell me your favorite thing about America.
Oh, the school. Yeah.
Really?
You don't have to pay for it, you know. And yeah, you have many things to work on. You know, I learn about different experience. I have different experience, like the language, my math skills, has all gone up.
So when did you come to America?
I think 2 years ago, yeah.
2 years?
Yeah.
So for 2 years, you're already excelling in the English language and everything. So how long have you been a part of this program?
All the 2 years, yeah.
All the 2 years? Is it just over the summer, or is it like during the school year as well?
Yeah, during the school year.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about the program.
I think it's good because it's helped me with my classes. You know, like before I have a hard time like knowing knowing what the teachers are saying, and understanding is the big part.
Yeah.
So, and now I mostly like understand what they're saying. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm getting better.
It's not like the game of telephone where you're like, what? So what do you think about the program?
Well, since we don't really, when we get here, we don't really know the language. It helps you understand better what we're supposed to learn in school. And the school gives us, for the summer school, it's just like what we learn over the year. We don't lose it over the summer because we're still working on it on the summer, so just all here.
So any one of y'all, explain to me like the normal, what goes on in class. Like how is it that you transfer your language into the English language?
Oh.
Like a normal day in your classroom setting.
Well, it depends on the skill you have and like how much you know the language, because if you really don't know, sometimes the teacher will come and help you in like all your classes, or just like in the classes you're not working well. So if you don't understand it, you can call for help and they will come and be there with you and explain what you don't know in the class.
So they're actually like coming into your classroom and sitting with you and explaining to you? Yeah. So is it like not a set class that you go to like in the school, or do you just have them come with you?
No, I mean like we have a class. Like
you do?
Yeah,
okay.
we have a class. And in that class, we learn more about the language, and sometimes they'll help us with the what we do in the other classes. But when we're in the class separate from that, sometimes the teacher will come and explain what we don't know, like depending on how well you know the language. So if you don't really know, they will come to all your classes.
Yeah.
But if they think you can master some of the classes, they will just check on you.
So how much of the American language did you know before you got here?
Nothing.
Like nothing? So how much has it improved? Like, explain to me, because how long have you been in it again? 4 years. 4 years. So explain to me how 4 years has changed.
Well, my first year here, I struggled a lot because I didn't know the language. So basically, I was clueless almost the whole year. Then the next year, I knew much about the language, so it was a bit easier for me to understand it. And, well, it was sad for me because I couldn't communicate with other people. And I was alone, like not talking to anyone, since I didn't know how to talk to other people and communicate.
So how did you guys get involved in the ESL program, the summer enrichment part of it?
Well, when we get into the school, we get since we don't know English, the school will put us in the program, the ESL program, and then the teachers tell us to come to the summer school, and sometimes people can't go, and they just don't go.
What has been your favorite part of like being in the ESL program? Like, is there any fun time that you remember of it?
I just really like all of it. It helps me with my English, and they help you with your pronunciation and your writing skills, and just like everything is fun in there.
What about you?
What I like about it is when you're talking with people, you know, because you have people from different countries, you know, you learn about their cultures and everything, and you get to use different things like go on the computer, use your iPad, you know, and you learn different skills like instead of sitting down just learning English, you know, you have many things to do. So
Ms. Burt, what about you?
For summer school?
Yes.
We do a lot of different things. Like this past summer, Darla Jackson was the principal, and we did a project. We did a project for all the classes. We did math, technology, and English. And the project that we did started in with math. In McKinney North, they have this big map, and the kids all put where they came from, and then they plotted the distance from McKinney to wherever they came from. And then they put that up on the wall of McKinney North and put their picture, and then in the English classes they wrote a story about themselves, a biography, and then we refined it and talked about it. And then they did technology as well. They also filmed it, so they got to talk about it. So it was fun. So it was a mixture of different things. We worked on the pronunciation and the English language and the writing. So all those components that they need to use in the classroom are also used in the summer school program as well.
Okay, so how do you feel you would be, or where do you think you would be if you hadn't had this program? Like if you just came into America and it was like, oh, have fun, go along with it.
I would still be the girl I was back when I came here. I wouldn't know anything. Like I would know most of the words like hello and stuff, because we always use that, but I wouldn't really understand what the teacher or people would tell me.
So explain to me like the first set of words that they teach you in an English class.
Well, they just do like their normal stuff. Like first we learn like hi, and well, like that's basic, like really basic. We start basic, and then we start with explaining what your the words, like if we have really complicated words, they will translate it to us and then like explain it.
Okay, so is there are y'all like a family in your classrooms?
Yes.
You're a family?
Yeah.
You're really a family?
Yes.
So like tell me, how did it start off with? Because it's got to be awkward, all these people from a different country, and you're all like, what are you saying? I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So just tell me, how was it at first, and how did it differentiate whenever you finally got to know one another?
Well, at first it's just us there sitting, and we're having the class, but we don't know each other. And since we don't really know the language, we can't communicate. So that's what bonds us. We learn the language and we practice it between each other. So that's how it helps us, because we don't know. So we help us with we help each other with the pronunciation.
Yeah.
And we just have a really good communication, since we go throughout those hardships of like learning the language and stumbling upon like stuff that we don't know.
So Miss Burt, how many people are in the program?
Oh goodness, offhand, I don't know the total count, but in summer school there are at least 26 to 30 students.
And how have you seen the growth with these students?
It's awesome to see when they start, when they first start, and then in the summer school you see them grow. A lot of them, I've heard feedback from other teachers, ESL teachers from other campuses. A lot of them are picking up the reading, they're writing better. It's just because we're working on those mechanical things that you would have started way back when, elementary and then middle school. It's not that they don't know them, it's just transferring it to the knowledge that they already know to what they're learning now. We use a lot of visuals, but we make connections and a lot of building background. People don't realize that when they talk, it's not just because they got it like this. It's we had to start from peg 1 to get to peg 10. But these kids have excelled just because they've transferred the language, and we've met them where they were at.
So what would you say to someone from your country who would want to come over here but might be kind of scared because of the language barrier?
Oh, I would encourage that person to come, because it's much more easier than my country. So
yeah. And what would you say?
They definitely have to come, and they will help them if they don't know the language. Just don't be afraid to come here, and just because of the language barrier, because you will help.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you guys. That's
Thank
all
you.
we have for you today. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Studio M Talk Show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time in the studio. Studio M, your McKinney ISD talk show.